Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25. As after 4 straight road games, the Gamecocks are finally back at home to face the Oklahoma Sooners in a big time matchup here in Columbia, South Carolina, underneath the lights. These two teams met for the first time last season as South Carolina won in a thriller down the stretch. Oklahoma has not forgot about that game, as both these teams could really use a win at this point in the season. And if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content, as it will be South Carolina starting off first with a football led by Sellers, A.O. Maynor and company. This offense is very talented, but can be very streaky at times. They'll start off with their own 20-yard line. Sellers will go to the air on first down, short for the tight end, Nick Elskins, who picks up 4. Second and 6 now, Braylon McReynolds up the middle. He's going to quickly get met after a gain of 2. And a quick third down for the Gamecocks. They bring Harbor in motion. Sellers back to throw. Looks that way. He's got Elskins, who gets by the defender who went for the INT, and it frees him up. Big catch and run for the tight end. Is now out to the 48. New set of downs. Here's Simon McAllister on the swing route. He picks up a nice first down gain of 12. Sellers' last game, 243 and 3 total touchdowns. Looking to continue that momentum here against Oklahoma as he gains 5. Second and 5 now. Gives it to McAllister right side as he gains 2. And it's another 3rd and 3. Again, the Gamecocks bring Harbor in motion. Sellers sets up a screen. He's got Soro. The freshman gets a first down. Soro's only played in a couple games this season, so they removed his red shirt because he'll still be eligible after this game. So we'll see some Monty Soro today. After a gain of 5, here's Soro again on the ground. He gets 4 on his second carry. He's had 14 attempts for 50 yards and a touchdown this season. 3rd and 1, screen out for Elskins in some traffic, but he gets a first down. It's been a long drive here for the Gamecocks as they're inside the red zone now. McReynolds will get it down to the 4. 2nd and 2, Sellers steps up outside the pocket, keeps it himself for a touchdown. A 7-minute drive ends in 6. As Sellers will cap it off on the ground himself. 7-0 Gamecocks. So we'll take a look at the Oklahoma offense for the first time today. Very talented. Deion Burks at wide receiver. Led, of course, under center by Jackson Arnold. This is a very talented unit. We'll see how they do. Starting off their own 23, they go to the ground on first down. A little surprising, as I expect Oklahoma to throw the ball a lot today. And they're going to do a lot of this. They're going to do a lot of no huddle. At 2nd and 4, Arnold will keep it himself. He's got plenty of green grass in front of him as he gets down to the 44 and invites the contact. And gets right back up to go hurry. Go on the no play fake on first down, and it's not going to fool Stewart. Stewart and Sanders there for the sack. They bring him down for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16, handed off to the ground for real this time, but it's going to be a loss of 1. Great stop there by Bryce Reeves. And it's a quick 3rd and 17 for the Sooners. Arnold in the pocket, flushed, gets hit as he throws, incomplete, and we force a punt on the first drive for Oklahoma. Next drive for us at the 47 of the Sooners. There's a nice gain of 6 to A.O. Maynor. 2nd and 4, McReynolds gets close, through a yard shy. Big 3rd and 1, quickly again to A.O. Maynor, and we get it. So they're going to keep playing him soft. They're going to take advantage of that matchup. Out to the 30, Sellers quickly under some pressure. He goes down for the sack. Lewis Carter brings him down from behind. Now 3rd and 8. Sellers across the middle's got Jared Brown wide open. A great 3rd down conversion again as Brown fights down to the 9. Goal to go now again for the Gamecocks. Sellers perfect 9 for 9 today. They hand it off though to McReynolds, who spins off a tackle, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown Gamecocks. 14-0 here in Willie B as we go to the end of the first quarter, as South Carolina have been dominant so far today. A little surprising from that front. You could take a look at the numbers. Their offense has been very, very impressive today, dominating the time of possession. Oklahoma does have the football here to begin the second quarter at their own 42. Actually 42 of South Carolina, and it's actually going to be the 44. They go backwards, loss of 2, now 3rd and 8. Arnold shorts, and that one's going to be well shy. Another punt for the Sooners. No points on the board for OU so far. Meanwhile, the Gamecock offense has been very steady. Pick up 6 on the ground. Hand off McReynolds again. Great burst of speed outside. Beautiful juke. A first down for the South Alabama transfer. 8 for 63 for McReynolds. Now again in enemy territory. They go to Soro on the ground. He gets a big hole up the middle. I think Sellers saw that. Nice audible there. 2nd and 1. Sellers to throw. Quickly changes his mind. Tucks it, runs. Picks up the first down. Keeps the drive moving. And the pistol. McReynolds quickly dragged down after a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Changes at the line of scrimmage. As Sellers will give it off to McReynolds, who cuts it back. Nice lane. Picks up 8. He's up to 72 now on 10 carries. Gets his 11th here, and he picks up the first down. Now pick up a 5. Another red zone trip for the Gamecocks. McAllister will now check in. He picks up 7. The ground game getting rolling here. They stick to it on 2nd down. This time not as successful. It picks up maybe 1. And it's a 3rd and 2. Sellers to the air. Looks short. Scott Harbor. It's incomplete. But the Gamecocks 4th and 2. They want to go for the jugular. They're not bringing out the field goal unit. They're going to go for it here. Sellers brings his team to the line. There's a matchup on the left side. Only 1 defender outside the box over there and 2 receivers. I think Sellers sees it, adjusts, finds Harbor for a touchdown. The Gamecocks up 21-0 here at home. Underneath the lights, this stadium is rocking. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Oklahoma, they got to wake up. From their own 41, here's Arnold breaking a tackle. He picks up about 7. 2nd and 3 brings his team back to the line. They stick to the ground. Ayers tracks them down, though, as Cam Robinson, his lineman Wendy McKenzie's hurt, and a big 3rd down for the Sooners. You need a conversion here. They go play fake. Arnold chase from behind. He's going to be sacked down for a loss of 13. Greer's in there. Stewart's in there. It's still 21-0 as we are almost through the 2nd quarter. And the Gamecocks, a chance to extend their lead, as on 2nd down, though, there will be a holding on Cam Pringle. As I don't know why you're tapping the guy on the head. You're the reason why we got to go backwards 10 yards. So we make it 2nd and 17. It's now 3rd and 10 for the Gamecocks. As Sellers takes the snap, looks right side. Harbor's behind the defense, and they hit him deep. 66 yards for the score. 28-0. The Gamecocks stunning Oklahoma here. Is this the 2-minute warning, and it's a blowout. Who saw this coming? From their own 33, the Oklahoma with a chance to at least get some points before the half. They check it short, and they can't even complete that pass. Nothing's going right for Boomer Sooner. Now trying to screen. This one will be caught, and that'll be a gain of 7. The clock stops on the out of bounds. 3rd and 3. Arnold looks right side, incomplete. They're going to give the football back to the Gamecocks with over a minute and a half to go. A chance to even add more points. 1st and 10. Short for Elskins. Picks up 5. Sellers has 3 total touchdowns already in the first half. 2nd and 5. Sellers in the gun. Takes the snap. Looks short. And that one's incomplete. Tough coverage on Jared Brown. 3rd and 5. Harbor pressed on the outside. They don't see it. Instead, they go to Elskins, who gets by the defense into the 31. Catch and run for Nick Elskins, who's had a great half. Granted, who hasn't had a great half? Is now at the 31. 42 seconds to go. It's Jared Brown short. He has the first down. Clock will stop momentarily. Inside 30 seconds we're getting close to, as that one's caught for a gain of 5. South Carolina will use their first timeout. Exactly 30 seconds to go. 2nd and 5. Sellers flushed outside the pocket. It's a foot race. He's going to tuck it. He's going to get to the marker and score. How about 35 first half points for the Gamecocks? An absolute rout here at Williams-Brice as we head to the halftime report. And my goodness, talk about a statement. It has been all Gamecocks here against Oklahoma. This is even worse than it was last year for Oklahoma. We beat them down the stretch. I don't even know if they showed up today. Did they make the trip? We'll stick with the first drive for the Sooners in the second half, but this one continues at this pace. We're definitely going to go a lot faster. Because on 1st and 10, there's a nice throw coming out of the half for Arnold. Gets it out to the 35. They go back to the ground here. I'm not sure how much we'll see of this more today. They've been a very ground-heavy team. And it doesn't even work out on this play. There's a holding on the offense, so that'll back them up here as they get the guard, Togi Dowell, the left tackle. 1st and 20, nice bubble screen outside. Gets a good block, but Nick Emenwari will put him down after a gain of 9. 2nd and 11, now go empty, looking right side. Nice catch by the tight end, and it's now quickly a 3rd and 5. Jackson Arnold faces pressure. Blitz coming. He backtracks, just gets rid of it. Oklahoma will punt coming out of the half. So we'll stay with the first drive of the day, of the second half for the Gamecocks. And if this one, gets even more worse, we might just call it there. Second and 6, nice gain of 5 for Elskins, another third down. He's got 7 catches today for 83 yards, his best day of the season. Third and 1, McReynolds gets put down, so that'll end this drive. We'll speed it up a little bit now, inside 10 minutes to go. Oklahoma back with the football. Here's a nice run left side. It's actually a huge run that gets by Emanwari, and Oklahoma will find the end zone for the first time today. A 57-yard run on the ground gets the scoring started for the Sooners. So 35-7 as they'll kick the ball off back to the Gamecocks. Here's the freshman Chase Clements with the return. He cuts it right side, finds a crease. Clements out and past the numbers. He's got nobody in front of him. They will not catch him. A kick return touchdown for the Gamecocks. Right when Oklahoma finally gets the score, we answer back immediately. 42-7 now in favor of the home squad. Now at their own 17 to start this drive. There's Sanders with a nice stop after 3. Second and 7, that should have been an offsides. They don't call it. Instead, it's a 6-yard connection. It's quickly 3rd and 1. From their own 26. Handoff, and it's going to be short. Sanders stuffs them, and the Sooners will punt it away. They don't even go for it there. 42-7 after 3 quarters. We will go quickly in this quarter. Not much to show here. However, on 1st and goal, the Sooners have reached the red zone and got goal to go. They'll throw it away on 1st down. Arnold's actually been taken out of the game. It's been a lot of backups for the Sooners, and it was honestly their best drive. Ends in 6, so Oklahoma will put up 14, but that's going to do it for this one. Final score, South Carolina 42-14 in a rout here at home against the Sooners as we move to 2-0 against our newest team in the SEC. Sellers, an insane day, 290 in the air, 4 total touchdowns. Obviously, we took the foot off the gas in the second half, but when you're up 42-7, well, I mean, you can afford that luxury. All in all, probably our best game of the series, I have to say. It was amazing to play this game. Now, fun fact about this game, too, I was actually recording it on Friday, which, we had the hurricane come through the area, unfortunately, and I lost power in the 4th quarter, which was very unfortunate. I was winning at the time in the 4th quarter when the power went out, so I don't feel as bad about smoking Oklahoma in this game on the second try because I was winning anyway, but oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that was going to happen. Dylan Stewart gets SEC Defensive Player of the Week thanks to his performance. So we take a look at some of the top stories. NC State goes down, no longer undefeated. They lose to Wake Forest. We'll have a new number 1. The Bulldogs collapse, falling to Alabama. That's a big loss for Georgia. And then we'll see a big matchup this week between Utah and Texas Tech. Still trying to figure out who will come out of the Big 12. Here are scores around the league or around the nation in Week 12 as we see UNLV and Rice get victories early. Iowa State over Arizona State. Kentucky in a very low-scoring game knocks off Vandy 10-6. North Texas over Tulane as the Green Wave go down. Texas State back in the win column with a win over South Alabama. Texas Tech before their game against Utah knocks off West Virginia. Sam Houston over Florida FIU in a blowout. Boise State takes the game against Fresno State, a big win for the Broncos. Bulldogs still sit in front though with 1 loss in the conference, but Boise State threatening. We see Cal get a victory, Baylor as well on the road. Western Kentucky over Liberty at home. UCF knocks off Houston 20-12. Ohio State beats Minnesota as the Buckeyes now top 4. Old Dominion still in the top 25. They're up to 23 now with the win against Georgia State. Penn State slaughters UCLA, and the Nittany Lions are now the number 1 team in the country. Big ups there for Penn State. Western Michigan over Ohio. Middle Tennessee State beats Louisiana Tech. Miami, Ohio knocks off Kent State in some more action. We see Arkansas, the big road victory against LSU. Huge upset for the Razorbacks. Troy beats Arkansas State, and we see Miami over Pittsburgh in the ACC. Arizona with a close one over Colorado. I swear Colorado's lost over half their games by like 5 points or less. Boston College with a victory over Stanford. Charlotte over East Carolina. UMass beats Iowa. Bad loss for the Hawkeyes. It's been a season to forget for them. Florida over Ole Miss. Southern Miss over Louisiana. We see Syracuse knock off SMU on the road. UTSA over Temple in the AAC. Kansas State beats their state rivals, the Jayhawks, 45-10. Texas A&M now up to 3 with a victory over Auburn. Marshall knocks off Oregon State. The Beavers go down to the Thundering Herd. Cincinnati over BYU. We see Mississippi State in a thriller knocking off Missouri by a point. USF over FAU. Michigan now to number 2 with the victory over Northwestern. Wisconsin beats Washington, continuing their up and down season. Illinois on the road upsets Purdue by 20. Big loss there for the Boilermakers. Jacksonville State loses to UTEP. Bowling Green over Buffalo. Hawaii knocks off San Diego State. And then, the game of the week, Alabama, the big victory against Georgia. 49-27. The Bulldogs now down to number 11. Wake Forest knocked off the number 1 team in the land, NC State, by 6. So the Wolfpack fall all the way down to number 9. Shakeups in the top 25 this week. Oregon with a victory over Rutgers. UAB staying in the hunt. They're up to 8 with a victory over Memphis. Nebraska falls at home to Michigan State. Toledo over Northern Illinois. Clemson takes care of business against UNC in a shootout, 53-42, 95 total points. Washington State over Tulsa, 17-9. Colorado State against Nevada with a victory. And then finally, Virginia slaughters Florida State at home. Here are your players of the week. Jaden Williams gets it for Wyoming with 4 sacks. And K. Klubnik of Clemson, 345 yards passing, 5 total touchdowns. He's in the Heisman Trophy candidate as well. We know Dylan Stewart was SEC defensive. Khalil Jackson was the offensive with the big win against Ole Miss. 7 catches, 147 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Here's a new look at the top 25. Penn State 1, Michigan 2, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Oregon. A lot of Big Ten at the top 4 of the first of the 5 spots go to them. Obviously, NC State, Georgia losing. The top 2 teams going down is going to cause some shakeup, and it sure did as we get closer and closer to the playoff. And here's a look at what the bracket looks like now. Still all over the place. Big 12 back in the playoff. UCF holding on to that spot, but honestly, for how long? That conference just keeps beating themselves up, as Clemson now apparently listed as the 4th best team. A lot to go there, a lot to change in the bracket for sure. As here's some scores going into the next week, some big ones. Purdue will look to get back in the win column, hosting number 4 Ohio State. Also in the Big Ten, Nebraska plays number 2 Michigan before Ohio State and Michigan go at it. Florida and Kentucky, the big game, the SEC, and the Big 12, Texas Tech and Utah to try to get a hold of that division, or that conference. We have a bye week, so we'll take a look at some recruiting. It has not been a good year for us, to say the least, in recruiting. Next episode, we'll take a look at why. We'll take a look at how some of the battles are going, and just kind of take a week before we get to the rivalry game. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I did not think we beat Oklahoma like this, but I sure will celebrate. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.